Hey y'all. So I really got to stop doing these videos in the evening. I'm just tired in the evening, and so it's really hard for me to really, I don't know. I feel like I can bring it more, just I don't know. Anyways, so I wanted to talk about habits, developing new habits. Um, we have um, habits that we developed our whole life, and the older you are, the harder it is to let go of those habits. Um, so, habits are developed with consistency and intention and baby steps. If you're wanting to develop a habit, you don't want to make it to where if you're wanting to develop the habit of reading 30 minutes a day, every day for the whole week, and you're not reading at all, it may be best to just say, hey, for this week, I'm going to read at least 5 minutes, for the whole week. And then you can add on, if you're like, well, last time I did, I met that goal, and now you can add on to it, a little bit more. Like, you start to really figure out, like, I really enjoyed that. I ended up reading an hour, like, so maybe not put an hour, but maybe just still keep it small, because just because you read an hour that week, um, you want to kind of gain your momentum. You just want to slowly increase the amount of time that because it's something that you're not used to doing. So you want to add it into your schedule um, as you can. Um, and the thing about habits too is that it's so easy to go back to your old ways, especially when stress comes up. So thinking about ahead of time, like some of the things that, let's say that, at one time you decided that you wanted to start reading, or working out, or drinking more water, or going for walks, whatever the thing is that you was wanting to start doing. Let's say you started doing it and you were doing really good, and then life just got heavy and you threw it out the window. That was the first thing that probably went, because you went back to what was familiar to you, what was comfortable to you, and you allowed, you know the weight of everything to kind of pull you out of something that you felt like was something that was very beneficial for you at that time. So it's really easy um, to break those habits. I can't tell you how many times I started, um, which I've had to stop calling it a diet, because it's really a healthy lifestyle, healthy lifestyle eating. But there was many times that I started a diet, and then I went on vacation, or holidays came, or life just got stressful. It was more convenient for me to eat fast food. So things happen, and if we're not prepared for those things, then we're just going to go straight back into those old ways. And you think about, I don't know if you've ever heard of neuroplasticity. So neuroplasticity is basically your the patterns that are, let's to kind of create like a vision for you, like, um, there are pathways that are created in your mind, your brain, and so it's kind of like your subconscious. Um, so like when you drive a car, that's in your subconscious. You don't unless you're just now starting to learn drive. But like, if you've been driving for a long time, you don't have to think about it so much. It's in your subconscious. Or walking, that's in our subconscious. We already know. It's already there. um, the things that come out, like right now, these thoughts that are coming out of my head, it's all in my subconscious. So we'll talk more about like what you're putting into your subconscious and how it comes out into your conscious. But to stay on track with this, so you have your neuroplasticity, or this, it's called neuroplasticity, the exercise, basically, what you're doing. So you have these pathways, these brain pathways, and you maybe heard of like neurotransmitters. So what wires together fires together. So I can go more into that some other time, but to try to stay on track here, if you think about, like, let's say a path that you're creating, say you've got some woods and you're wanting to create a path so that you can go for a walk on this woods. So in this path there's going to be sticker bushes and and let's say there's already a path that has already been created, and you've been walking that path for a long time. And so I guess I should have led with the path. But so let's say you have this path that you've been walking on for a long time, and it's easy to go through that path. It's easy to walk on. There's nothing you have to, bush out of your way. There's no sticker bush sticking you, and, there's not branches coming by and hitting you in the face and stuff. But then you decide, hey, I'm going to create a new path. And that's the part that it becomes difficult. You have to remove all the stuff that's there and the sticker bushes, and it's all this stuff. And so it's easier to go on this other path, but if you're really wanting to create another path, you have to do the work that it takes. So that's kind of the more, let's say this path doesn't really lead to a good place, it's not a good path anymore, and you really want to do this path because it's going to take you to maybe some streams of running fresh beautiful spring water. So if by creating this path you keep on working on this path and you let that one go, it'll start growing up, and eventually it'll become just second nature for you to go on this path. So it'll be second nature for you to get up and work out, or for you to walk every day, because you start to see the benefit of it too, and that it becomes non-negotiable. So being able to walk on that path and create those new neural pathways. I love learning about neurotransmitters, the brain, and how it works. It's very fascinating. So just know that habits take time to develop, because the habits that you're trying to stop were created over a lifetime. All your life. If you're so used to this, that, and so it's just, and the more you learn about the benefits of that new habit that you're wanting to create in your life, the more motivating it is to actually do it. If you're doing something you really don't know the benefits or why you're even doing it, you just heard somebody tell you to do it or whatever, it's a little bit more beneficial and it's motivating. You're just like, I know this is, like whenever I'm working out, I'm building muscles, and I know that by lifting weights that my muscles are getting stronger, and so then it's more motivating. It helps me get through the workout because I know that there's a benefit to it. That's all that I have to say about that. So I hope you all have a great evening, and just do some really cool things. Find some pathways that you want to maybe start building some new pathways, or some pathways that you want to maybe get rid of and develop here and there. So all right, well, have a wonderful day. Bye.